Pam's fiance.
Oh. On this video, I'm going to share with you some marketing lessons from his big black wiener. Hey, what's up guys, Nick of Rapkless here. Welcome to today's video. I know this is a bit random and a bit weird and crazy, but I promise you there actually is some really solid value in here. So bear with me. This might be a little entertaining and a little bit of funniness, but yeah, again, a lot of value is going to come from here, and I'm going to share with you guys, and it's really going to help you in your marketing efforts and therefore helping you make more sales inside of your business. Okay, so have you seen this guy? I believe his name is Barry. There's like this whole backstory about him. I think he actually died, like, might have even been like 10 years. Like, there's a lot of stuff about him. And the reason that I'm even bringing this up, if you're not even familiar, basically the whole story is that this guy started showing up right when coronavirus started spreading. And it was a joke. It was under the context of like, hey, here's the neighborhood watch list of all the coronavirus places that you need to be wary of, or something like that, before like everyone went into quarantine. And so it was usually sent out as like a text message, and then people would click on it thinking that it was going to be the neighborhood watch list for Corona, for the neighborhoods that need to go into quarantine. But instead they click on it and it's just this picture of this big naked black dude with a gigantic member. I mean, it was huge, it was massive, it was just like astonishing and like such attention grabbing, and it was so like just like in your face, where you're just like, what the heck? But then immediately the very next thought you were going to have is like, who can I send this to? Because it was just the most hilarious, like just surprising, shocking thing that you could ever imagine. And it was funny. And then like I'm in several group chats with some friends and stuff, and I like immediately sent it to them, and then all of them are just like freaking out, and then all of a sudden they're sending it to people. And like, honestly, like the thing might have been spreading quicker than Corona. I don't know exactly how many people were infected with this picture or not, but then all of a sudden like people started like recreating it and like making other videos about it, and just like so many like little jokes about it. They put clothes on him at times. They'd like make videos. They take like video clips of actual movies and they'd like turn it into something funny. Like there was a Ghostbuster one. One from like Meet the Parents.
Kevin, your old boyfriend?
Thanks, Dad.
Well, yeah, Kevin was Pam's fiance.
Oh, there's so much stuff, and the reason that I'm even sharing any of this with you is because one of my earliest mentors, his name is Frank Kern, and I strongly recommend that you go check him out. He's one of the smartest dudes in marketing, and just a genius when it comes to like getting your message out properly and just being effective with your business and making sales and just like increasing revenue. And so again, he was one of my first and earliest mentors, and you know, I even spent a lot of money before I even had any money. Like when one of the first times I had like one of my big months, like my very first month, I think I had like my first $10,000 month. I immediately invested into one of Frank's programs that was like $3,000 or $4,000 or something like that, because I knew how good he was and I wanted to learn directly from him, and I was actually kind of in his mastermind where we get on calls and stuff like that. So I learned a lot from him. And then recently I was listening to his podcast, and immediately I saw one of the headlines on one of his podcast episodes, and it was something about how to make more sales with a big black wiener. And I knew exactly what it was going to be about before he even started talking, but I was really intrigued and interested to see what his take on all this was. So basically the story was from him is that he got this same message just like we all did, and immediately like was like, holy crap, like what the heck, how did this come to me? But then the next immediate thought was like, who can I send this to and do the same exact thing to everyone else? So he obviously sent it out, and he sent it to like 30 people. I don't even know if I sent it to 30 people, but he sent it to 30 of his closer friends. And it was interesting because there would be some people who would be like, you bastard, like, why did you send this to me? But then there would be other people that were like, okay, cool, thanks. and like obviously didn't even open up the link. So he kind of calculated it out, and there was only about a 20% response rate, like actual response, where it was like, oh shit, like why did you send this? Because like he didn't really count the people that just said okay thanks, because obviously they didn't open it, and therefore they didn't actually get the message, they didn't get the picture of the dude. So why is this important? Why am I sharing this with you? Why did Frank even talk about this? Well, basically he got a 20% like actual response rate from, and these are people that like know, like, and trust him and value his opinion and all that kind of stuff, and like close friends of him and smart people. And so what he realizes is that he only got a 20% actual response rate from those type of people with this huge marketing message, and just very attention grabbing, and probably the most attention grabbing thing that you could see within the last like year. Honestly, like nothing else would, you know, it told us that it spread like wildfire. I mean, like I said, it was spreading like wildfire, and because of the fact of that tells us that it's very attention grabbing. And so with the fact that there's only a 20% response rate to people that know, like, and trust him, that have a great relationship with him on one of the biggest attention grabbing messages and images of the last year or even more, that tells us that like if you're not marketing and being more consistent with your marketing messages, no matter how big and attention grabbing your message is and your images and all that kind of stuff, you need to follow up more, because that's just human nature. That's the way it is right now. People are getting bombarded with marketing messages more than ever. They're getting more emails, there's more Instagram posts, there's more Facebook ads, there's more YouTube ads, there's more YouTube videos. There's so much content out there. There's so many marketing messages trying to tell you what to do. So people are getting bombarded, and the market is getting more crowded, more saturated more than ever. And so if you're sending out like one email a week, or one email a month, or a couple emails a month, or you're just posting every once in a while, and you're not consistent with it, you're gonna get beat. Your competition is gonna continue to beat you. They're gonna continue to steal your customers, just for the simple fact that they're on top of mind. You know, not everyone's gonna purchase on the first exposure. In fact, they're probably not even gonna purchase on the second or third exposure. It typically takes people about 7 to 8 exposures on average to actually make a purchase decision, because they're doing research, they're not ready. But when they are ready, they're gonna turn to the person that is on top of mind. And who is on top of mind? The person that is continuing to put out marketing messages. So it's not necessarily having the most biggest, audacious marketing message, the most attention-grabbing marketing message. It's more so the consistency. Yes, you wanna continue to practice, you know, putting out great messages that are gonna grab attention, but I would say right now, the biggest thing that you need to focus on is continuing to stay on top of mind and helping people understand that when they are ready, they need to come to you for that person. That's why like I'm constantly always making YouTube videos. I put out Instagram content. I know that I should put out more Instagram content. I'm constantly putting out content inside of our Facebook group and our YouTube Ads Mastery Facebook group, and I'm constantly putting content out, and I'm constantly doing advertisements on YouTube, and I'm constantly doing advertisements on Facebook, and I'm doing that consistently day in and day out, and I'm consistently doing remarketing ads, and I'm consistently sending out emails. Like, I'm consistently doing all that type of stuff because I know that I need to stay on top of mind of all my prospects, because when they are ready, you know, they're not always ready on the first time or second time or third time, and they're not even ready in the first month. Maybe they're not even ready in the first couple months or even the first year. But I know eventually down the road, if I stay consistent with my marketing message and keep on putting my face and my message in front of them, eventually whenever they are ready, they're going to come to me, because I continue to bring value and I continue to put my message out there and I continue to put my face out there and constantly just stay on the top of mind so that I can outbeat my competition. Because if I don't consistently follow up in terms of email, content, AdWords and Facebook ads and remarketing and retargeting, all that kind of stuff, if I'm not doing that, my competition is, and they are gonna beat me. They're gonna steal my customers and clients if I don't stay consistent with that. So again, I know that this was a funny title, funny headline, probably even a funny thumbnail, and a funny just story about that whole thing. If you didn't know anything about it, then yeah, you're lucky that you didn't even see it, because it was quite a shock factor for sure. But I wanted to share that with you because it actually is a very important message, especially in today's market more than ever, because people are just getting inundated, and because of that, more people are just sending out so much content, and a lot of people are still sending out garbage content. So if you can just be the person that puts out quality value and consistently follows up with your prospects, they're going to turn to you when it comes time, when they're ready to make a buying decision. So thanks for watching the video, guys. Appreciate you. Make sure and subscribe to the channel, hit that like, share this with some friends, and yeah, stay safe out there with the quarantine. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, and we'll talk to you on the next video. Cheers.